A NATO country has just said it cannot rule out a Russian invasion. Not Ukraine. Not a neutral state. A full NATO member. And when that kind of warning is put on the table, markets listen. Militaries listen. Governments listen. But here's the real question. Is this genuine escalation or strategic signaling? Welcome to Money Unmasked UK. Let's break down what was actually said and what it really means. The warning came from Norway, more specifically, from Norway's Chief of Defense, Eirik Krist. He stated that Norway cannot completely rule out the possibility of a future Russian invasion. Now pause there. He did not say it's imminent. He did not say intelligence shows an attack is coming. He said it cannot be ruled out. That's military language. That's contingency planning. But why would Norway even say this publicly? Norway shares a border with Russia in the Arctic region. Just across that border lies the Kola Peninsula, one of Russia's most strategically important military areas. This is where much of Russia's nuclear submarine fleet is based. This region houses critical components of Russia's nuclear deterrent and in any major global conflict, especially one involving NATO. That region becomes strategically vital. So from a military planning perspective, you never remove it from your risk map. Let's be clear! There is no indication that Vladimir Putin is preparing to invade Norway tomorrow. But the war in Ukraine has changed Europe's security calculations. Since 2022, NATO defense spending has surged, Arctic militarization has increased, Nordic states have hardened their defenses, military exercises have intensified. Norway is essentially saying, in a high-escalation scenario, we must be prepared for everything. That's not panic. That's strategic realism. Now let's unmask the financial side. Warnings like this do three things. 1. They justify increased defense spending. 2. They reinforce NATO unity messaging. 3. They remind markets that geopolitical risk remains elevated. Arctic security affects energy supply routes, subsea cables, LNG infrastructure, northern shipping lanes. If tensions in the Arctic rise, energy volatility follows. Insurance premiums rise, defense stocks rise. Investor confidence shifts. Geopolitics isn't just politics. It's capital flow. This wasn't a prediction. It was positioning. Norway is signaling deterrence. It's reminding Moscow that the Arctic is not undefended. And it's reminding NATO allies that security planning continues, even when headlines focus elsewhere. The key word here is preparedness. Not escalation, preparedness. The real strategic question is this. If Russia is rebuilding military capacity while engaged in Ukraine, what does Europe look like 5 years from now? More militarized, more divided, or more unified under NATO? Because one thing is certain, security costs money, and Europe is spending more of it. So no, this is not the start of World War III. But it is a reminder, in 2026, European security assumptions are no longer comfortable. And when military leaders say nothing is off the table, it means they're preparing for a world where stability is no longer guaranteed. The question is, are markets prepared for that too? If you found this breakdown useful, subscribe to Money Unmasked UK, because we don't just report the headlines, we follow the money behind them. See you in the next one!